had an Ernie Elliott C3 Ford motor put in it.
It was a hot mess is what happened. A lot of speed and a lot of debauchery going on out there.
Joe Nemechek says he borrowed air templates to do his car.
So we're at Road Atlanta for the HSR event, the Mitty right now. Almost 40 vintage stock cars here. What's the turtle for?
Because I'm always slow.
Oh.
And this guy looks at me and says, I'm gonna get a stock car. I said, you are so full of shit. Just kind of talk about it?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's obviously it looks like a Bill Elliott car. Is it a real Bill Elliott car?
So it's actually not. So this car was run, I think, last in 2000, 2001. It was an Andy Houston car.
Okay.
And when the team unloaded all of their gear for that era, a guy that we know local to Atlanta who's a racer and a collector, he picked it up and it basically sat for 15 or 16 years. Through the grapevine, heard that this car was in the Atlanta area, and I started talking to the guy, and it's a really cool story, but it took me months and months and months of basically having beers with this guy every Friday to convince him to sell it. and even when we went to go exchange the money, he was still kind of like, oh, I don't know. Please. But the cool part about it is it's a legit Ronnie Hopkins chassis road course car. So when he took possession of the car, he had it kind of restored because you buy them as rollers. So he had an Ernie Elliott C3 Ford motor put in it. And then had the car repainted and re-liveried for Bill. But truthfully, it's a 96 car that Andy ran. To be honest, it's as genuine as it can be for vintage racing. A lot of these guys are putting R7s and FR9s and stuff, and it's a Ford C3 motor. Only makes about 700 horse. And this, I mean, just a good set of shocks, and I'm out here trying to keep up. But it's a blast, man. I've driven a lot of race cars, and even compared to that Tony Stewart car, this thing actually feels like a proper race car on the track, even on a road course. It does race car things. It behaves like a race car. It's not like some of these other cars when they convert them, they're left side heavy and they push, they don't balance well. When Group 8 was small and there were only 10 or 15 cars, I could podium, but now with all 40 cars here, I'm like mid-pack Larry, but it's still a good time.
Good looking car.
Thank you.
You got a LaJoy seat?
Yeah, the seat that was in there was for a race car driver size person, and I'm not race car driver size. So
Yeah, I feel that. I got a LaJoy seat too.
Yeah, the LaJoy stuff's really good and it's affordable. He does a nice job with it. We went up to North Carolina, got fitted for it, and the one thing I would like to do is kind of clean up the inside. I think some of the plumbing was done haphazardly, the lines and the venting and that kind of stuff. So over the off season, try to clean that up. But it runs great. It's consistent. It's running high 20s, low 30s at Road Atlanta, which is pretty quick for a 24-year-old race car. It's been a great motor for me. I mean, obviously, like, I'd love a D-head motor. I'd love an FR9 to go fast like the rest of the guys. I say fast. I mean, we're still doing 165 at the end of the back straight. It'd be nice to have another 150 horsepower. And what's kind of crazy is I never thought I would say that. Like, you think 7.25 is enough, but no, I need more.
Oh yeah, that's real nice. Who helps you with the setup and all that?
There's a shop here. One of these shops are called Vintage Race Car Restorations. A guy named Jim Barfield. If I'm not mistaken, he was Chase Elliott's crew chief in ARCA, I think. Yeah. Jim is like the NASCAR whisperer. He knows, and they do an amazing job. So every so often they'll go through the car, maintenance-wise, look for things leaking, worn, whatever, and then for races they'll do a full setup on it. And if you've ever got an issue, you just run over there. And like one time I told him, I said, hey Jim, I don't want to be a pain, but it's pushing just a little bit. He's like, well, where's it pushing? I I said, I don't know, turn 5? Just turn 5? Yeah, okay. Quarter here, do this. And it's like he knew. Like he does know, right?
We just started for you.
I mean, if you do whatever you want. This is your car. I just want to hear it.
Okay.
The people want to hear it.
All right. I've worked for Jack Finch for 28 years. We vintage raced for 28 years.
Wow.
And we built that car from scratch. It's really not real.
When the car tomorrow came, chassis were cheap. So we bought a chassis, $2,000.
Wow.
Oh, I worked on cup cars for years. Worked at the Petty's, Richard Childress, Billy Hagan, and did a whole lot of side work for Buddy Arrington. And we do everything in-house at our shop except for we don't do the engines. Joey Arrington does the engines. I hang my own bodies. We do it all.
Is that an R5?
Yes, sir.
Can we see it?
Oh, yeah.
I got an R5 in my car, except it has a Chevy body. You got no templates here, I see.
It fits every template's ever been on it.
Really?
Yeah. And that's none. Joe Nemechek says he borrowed air templates to do his car.
Well, that makes sense. Like this,
Yeah.
you definitely know what you're doing. This is cool.
Looks like they didn't have to recess it at all. Just has enough room.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to make a little notch in my firewall to fit the distributor on the R5. Is this car like that?
Yes.
Is this a Penske car?
We were told it is. We're not sure yet. I keep this car up for another guy, Mark Gobble, and he bought it at an auction. And this is the first time we've run it.
What other kind of stuff did you do to this car that you wouldn't have been allowed to do if you had tech inspection?
Really nothing except probably the templates don't fit quite like they should. we moved the oil tank. And you know, back in my day in the Cup Series, we all had oil tanks on the right on the road course cars, and I guess NASCAR figured we didn't need to do that after everybody had them.
You never been here before?
No.
I won the first professional race ever run here in 1970 in a Formula V.
Really?
So it's been pretty good to me. Le Mans race winner 4-rotor Mazda you heard go by. They make that beautiful noise.
Is this one Dodge powered too?
Now this one's Ford.
The D3?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about these things? They all smell the same.
The what?
The inside of all these old stock cars smell the same. Why? Like, I don't know why. They just do. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly the smell I'm talking about. That's what they smell like. I love the details like this. Like, it's not necessary to stamp a logo in there, but it looks cool, and they took the extra time to do it. Little bits of creativity.
The Bud Moore car I have, the rear panel back here's got a big 15 that it did like that with the roller. You know, it's pretty neat.
Because you own the last Bud Moore car to win a race, don't you?
Right. I've kept it so long thinking it would appreciate greatly, and I didn't want to wreck it or tear it up. It's such a piece of history.
Yeah, it is.
How did you get into NASCAR?
So I played in the NFL for 10 years, and then I got done and started tinkering around with cars. And then about, 5-6 years ago, I met Joe Nemechek, and it's a bad drug.
Yeah.
This truck here was John Hunter's truck.
Do you like driving the truck more than the car?
I do. I like driving the truck now more than my car I had, yeah.
Why?
So one, more room. It's like literally going from an economy car into like an Escalade. And I have room. I feel safer. It's a lot bigger. I fit through the window instead of trying to cram myself through my old cars.
Did you have to do any modifications?
So Joe took this from the ground up, and the modifications that he made was behind the seat. He took the bar back there and bent it back. So it comes straight, but then it bends back around the seat for the seat to get all the way back for big guy to fit into.
I was looking at doing the same thing to my car.
You need to sit in this and be like, yeah, this is exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, I have a LaJoy seat too, and that looks bigger than mine.
So we took we took their biggest seat and we cut it and then screwed it together to make me fit, then took that seat over to LaJoy, and then they made the seat out of that. So now they sell that seat as the big boy seat.
Huh.
That window's so much bigger.
It's almost unfair how easy this is.
Isn't it?
I feel like I'm in an office, not a car. Like this is enormous.
Isn't it odd? I mean, it's like, exactly.
You wish you had a truck now?
Yeah, I asked Bob if I could use a truck in that series, and he said no. Otherwise, I would have been the one guy out there with a truck, and everybody else had cars. But no, it's like even when I was a kid, the truck series, that was my favorite one.
Right.
Like, I don't know why. It's maybe they were shaped like trucks, or they could bang
You've always
into each
liked
other.
trucks.
Yeah, I always liked trucks. That's why I drag raced the truck. I wanted to go fast with the truck. What's the turtle for?
Because I'm always slow.
Oh.
Did you get it for yourself or did someone
No,
gift it to
somebody
you?
else. That's the initiation around here, you know. And
Was
then,
it Joe?
And then the shifter's an inside joke. If you look at the shifter, you may not want to put that on video.
It's not that obvious.
No, no.
There could be a practical purpose to this.
There
but...
could be.
So this is your car over here.
Yes, it's the number 90 City Financial car. It's Robert Yates. This is Dan Malloy.
And that's your car, right?
That's
the
his
Hot
car.
Wheels car.
Hot Wheels car.
So I gotta tell the before he got the car, I gotta tell this story. So he drags me up here 2010 and says we're gonna come up to the Mitty and look at the cars. I said that sounds great. So we go over and Aaron Dudley was good enough to take us into his hauler and he starts showing us all the stock cars and talking with us, and you were asking him question after question after question, which was, they were all good lines of questions. And Aaron was good enough to take the time and go through with you what to look for, what to get, what to have. And after about an hour, I'm tugging on his shirt going, he's got to get shit on. We need to leave him alone. So we walk away from the trailer, and this guy looks at me and says, I'm gonna get a stock car. I said, you are so full of shit. Tell you what, you call me when you get a stock car, I'll hook my truck up to it, I'll get you the track, I'll crew for the weekend, and get you home. So 2 years goes by, I forget all about this, get the phone call, guess what I bought? I have no idea, what'd you get?
True story. So it's a 2002 Robert Yates chassis, actually a Laughlin chassis, Robert Yates car, with got an 06 Fusion body. It was never a primary car. It was always a backup car.
So why was it this car? How did it enter your sphere?
That's another good story. My dad, who's over there, his friend bought this at an auction, and he was about a 75-year-old gentleman. He couldn't fit in it, so he's like, I want to sell it. So my dad and I traded another car for this.
Huh.
So it's kind of an interesting way to get in it. It's got the D head motor. I saw your whole video, which was great. Yeah, it's a fun car.
How much power does it make?
We don't know. I've never had it dynoed.
Is it fun?
More than fun.
That's
It's
all that
amazing.
matters.
It's my dad, Mark. He owns the car.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So it's great.
So you're the team owner.
Team owner.
Yep.
It's a good father-son project to get us. He's into American muscle cars, and I wanted to do something with sports cars and love NASCAR, and it's just a good way to get up to Road Atlanta.
That's pretty cool. I think this stuff is way cooler than a golf course.
Yeah.
No
I figured
offense
it's
to you,
safe for them with a roll cage in one of these things, you know.
Yeah.
I know they got horsepower, I know they're fast, but
You ever drive it?
yes and no.
Around the pits. That's
Yeah, and on the street.
Oh. You ever have any problems with that?
I love it.
You ever been pulled over?
No, we just drive in our warehouse district, not like.
You're not going to get ice cream or anything with it?
Right.
He won't let me go that far.
You could try it sometime. You never know what'll happen. A small town might be okay.
I might sneak it out one day.
So how long after you had this car did he get his own car?
2020. So
Dan said 5 years he's been with that one.
Did you have to antagonize him to do that, or?
yes. So another friend of ours was getting out of racing, and he was selling the truck and the trailer and the car. The trailer and the car. And I said it's too good of a deal to pass up if you don't buy it, I'm going to buy it for my son. So he bought it.
What did this
Oh,
car?
you found my old jalopy.
What did it used to be? What was its origin?
This, as I understand it, was a nationwide car. On the chassis on the other side, let's see, in on the roll bar, I believe it's stamped RCI, what's it say there, 131. So this, as I was told, was set up to run short track, circle track racing. And when I got the car, it still had the cambered rear end housing, so you know both wheels were pointed to do roundy round stuff. So we've changed out the housing, which made a tremendous difference with road course racing. Just a home built Chevy 350, 18 degree Rodex heads. It's really one of the slower cars in the group. As I joke, it's just a field filler. As these guys help me out over the years, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with it and trying to just be smart about running and not be a red flag, a black flag, or do anything stupid. And you know, it's easier said than done, but it's such a huge effort to get the car ready, get the car loaded, get the gear here, get it unloaded, get it fueled, get all the checks, all that stuff. So for Meredith and I to do it, you know, by ourselves is difficult. We can pull it off, but to have friends come up and help is tremendous. So any of your fan base watching, I just highly recommend get plugged in with a team, spend some time with them, learn from them, and then you never know.
I thought this guy was wearing an old Robert Yates shirt, but it was actually our shirt. So we're gonna go say hi to him. Cool shirt.
Thank you, man. Oh, what's up? How you doing?
What's up? We were like, I saw that and I'm like, oh, that guy's got a Robert Yates shirt. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
wait, that's mine. That was one of our shirts.
Right
Yeah,
here,
that's
man.
cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
He's out here watching cars.
Yeah, I'm just joined this, talking with Joe. What's your name again?
Bo.
Bo. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you. So we're talking about tire changing. So yeah, I want to be a tire changer when I grow up. So when I graduate from high school, that's what I want to do. Yeah, it's the best place to be for it. So I'm working on the 41 team over there. So they got me just doing some small stuff, but doing hands-on stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
People have a hard time finding younger people that want to do this kind of work. So if you, as long as you keep doing it and you show up, do stuff, you will get very far. With, even if you didn't try very hard.
I've been wanting to do this since freshman year. I'm a junior right now, so.
Oh, that's awesome. It's really cool you took the initiative to like come out here and do that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I love it.
It's really cool.
It's cool. It's my first time getting to be like hands-on with stuff, so yeah.
Looks like you wear that shirt a lot too.
I do, yeah. It's worn out. I wear it like every week, so.
I have to get him
I love
another
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys have any more?
Yeah, I do have some more there. Actually, we have a random box.
Okay.
Because we're out of that shirt in most sizes.
Yeah.
And is that like a small, medium?
Small.
Okay, well, we have plenty of those, so yeah, we could arrange that.
Yeah, awesome. Get it signed by you?
Yeah.
Both of you guys?
Yeah, we can do that.
Definitely.
I noticed you had a Henchman fire suit. That's cool.
I do. I got about 3 or 4 of them.
That's very nostalgic. I want a Henchman suit.
Yeah. He's the one that turned me on to them.
Yeah, I got one.
You got what? 3 or 4?
3 or 4.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got but one problem.
I can't hardly fit one.
Mine don't fit much good like it used to.
My other one's a little looser than this one because I was a little heavier when I ordered in. Now I lost a little weight and it's okay.
You ever thought about having them do the bowling shirts like the old crew shirts?
I don't know that.
Oh really? That's how we learned about Henchmen. We did a video with the Wood Brothers.
Okay.
They're old bowling, like their crew shirts. They were actually bowling shirts, and they're made by Henchmen.
I didn't know that.
And they still have the patterns and all that to make that stuff.
Wow.
Logan, nice to meet you. Mitchell is stuck over there talking to somebody, so I was like, I gotta run over there and like make sure I get this.
So they have the YouTube channel that we watch?
Oh, that's right. So, say hi.
looking for a good place on the straightaway to get some flybys. Just want to remind you, if you're enjoying this kind of stuff, if you're enjoying this video, hit the thumbs up. It helps more people find it, helps vintage racing grow, and I think more importantly helps the aspects of these older cars become more popular and maybe influence the future cars to reflect more of the cool parts of the older ones. That's my goal. And make sure you're subscribed. No, subscribing does not cost any money. It's not like a newspaper or magazine. All that means is when you open YouTube, it's more likely to recommend you our newest video, which I would think if you're watching this one, you'd probably like our upcoming videos. They're all about NASCAR, race cars. I promise you, if you enjoyed this, you think similar to me, and you will like our future videos. Good when you got goosebumps on your arms. Oh, there's so many of them. This is great. This is great. If you live within any amount of drivable hours to witness this, I would recommend coming here, and we haven't even seen any action yet. Joe Nemechek. Finger had some damage. I wonder what happened there. That must be what the local caution is for. But I don't know if you can tell, Joe Nemechek definitely has some type of X pipe or equal length Y pipe under his car, because that thing is screaming. These things save my butt at events like this every time we go somewhere. So, you know, every time we go somewhere, the first 4 meat sticks saves my butt, saves your butt too. Basically, we never leave home without them. And here we have Joe Nemechek collecting his 900th trophy. Familiar face. So, are there any cars in the woods here? Why are you here?
Well, there's no cars in the woods yet, and hopefully nobody puts them in the woods, so if they end up in the woods, I'll go looking for one.
No treasure hunting?
Just down here spending money like everybody else.
What happened?
It was a hot mess is what happened. There's a lot of speed and a lot of debauchery going on out there. But second place in truck class.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you truck guys kind of race amongst yourselves?
We do. Within our groups, we race, and that's the worst of them all right there.
Why say many word when few word or no word do trick? Yeah, I saw a couple cars came back with crunched up sides.
Oh, there was a lot of crunched up sides going on out there. There was 3 or 4 that got into it pretty bad. I mean, I'll be surprised. In HSR, you have contact, you can get suspended, probation, so they don't look on it kindly. So
did that happen in front of you?
It did.
Like what happened?
On the start, coming down in the 1 up in the 2, they just got door to fender, and we're just trying to shove each other out of the way.
Is that the city financial car?
Financial car, yeah.
Yeah, who started it?
I cannot confirm, nor did I who started it.
Yeah, we like Pro Motor.
We like Pro Motor.
Dennis helped me with my engine.
Dennis, there you go, buddy.
Joe! Oh man, what happened?
Exciting race. Didn't end quite well.
It looks like it was exciting. What happened?
First lap, first turn, the guy came by me and went up the hill side by side and down through the Estes, which you don't do. We got over to 5, and he bounced off the curb, bounced into me. He came in, I kept running, but I got tired out there. But it didn't go flat.
So he bounced off the curb?
He said he did. I said, well, I hit that curb every lap. Both sides. Big old guy. And I said, was Earnhardt driving that car? He said, he wasn't in.
Which car was it?
The number 3 yelling.
Oh, that one.
He dropped out. I hate body work.
Yeah, that's a lot of body work.
Jarvis is a seasoned person. He's been doing this 30, 40 years.
a lot of red race cars.
He worked in everybody. He just kind of retired. And he's been off and on helping me. Back when I won the ARCA races, 21, he was my cruiser. Neither of us knew what we were doing then.
And he's got the baseball bat out. That's a Budmore Mustang. I've never seen one of these before. No way.
This is awesome.
Yes, it is. That's freaking cool. Make sure you hit thumbs up on this video. Please, if you liked it, please do that. Leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite car was. We filmed a lot more from this day, but I wanted to keep this video fast-paced and just hit the high points. If you want to see more footage, more dialogue, from the people we talked to there, you can join as a channel member, where we have an extended cut version of this video that's a little over 10 minutes longer at least. So we're down there where it says subscribe and join. If you hit join, then it's like a couple dollars a month, you can get to that. We're gonna start putting more of the longer versions on there, because when I edit videos, I edit all the footage and then I come back like the next day and I edit it again. And what I'm gonna do is I will export that raw version first, put it over there. If you wanna see the stuff nobody else gets to see, you join as a channel member and you can see it. And you can find this hat I'm wearing at StaplestonAutoworks.com. We have it in red and white and black and yellow, the old Stavola Brothers style logo. See, just like that. These posters actually came from the old Stavola race shop. They got left in there and had been sitting in there for 30 years. Pretty cool.